Hey, welcome back. This is Sound Signals. I'm your host, Summer, where we help people take back their interest and help them become their own bank. The key to all of this is to pass the knowledge along. Hey, if you are new to the channel, definitely give this video a thumbs up and subscribe and hit that notification bell to get notified. If you are a subscriber to this channel, we appreciate your support here at Sound Signals. Okay, let's dive right in. So, okay, we have gold up first as always. So last week we were talking about NFP. So this is what happens, as you can see on its NFP days on a Friday. Up and then down, okay? So that's normally how those days go. Or it goes the opposite. Sometimes it goes down and then it goes up. I mean, it's for some reason NFP always looks like this, okay? It's just everybody's anticipating whether the news is going to be good, bad, good, it's just so, and then finally it has time to settle and people think about what was just released and they're like, okay, now they make a more sound decision, okay? This is all just anticipation trading from that news. But nonetheless, as you can see, let's move this over. This is our trade here. Still doing well. We actually took profit here because, well, we took majority profit here because I told you it is NFP. So I was expecting this, this, especially this big red candle there. I was expecting it because that's just, I don't know, those days, that's just how it is. And so I didn't expect it, to reach our first target here, but that's okay. We were just a little short. I'd rather, take it here than think, oh, wait, it still has some more room to go. No, I'd rather just take it here, okay? And that's what we did. But I took majority here, and I'm still in the trade because obviously I see a head and shoulders pattern, an inverse head and shoulders. So my long-term target is right here. If you can see it at 1793, okay? Why do I feel a little bit more confident in that as well? Well, because if you look on the daily, you can start to see a little bit of a flag pattern there. I know it's hard to tell, but it's there, you see? Let's get rid of this because it's already hit our target there, our first one. But you can see a little bit here, right? Okay. And just like that. Oops. Trying to get there it is. It's not perfect, but okay. Something like that. As you can see, and if we were to measure this here from the top and bottom for this flagpole, okay, you can see it goes a little beyond that, but regardless, it's still in our target zone, right? So that's why I'm still in this trade, and I still see a head and shoulders pattern. Somebody might just see a flag pattern here, okay? They might just see this, right? Doesn't matter because we're both seeing the same thing. I see earlier in the week, we seen like it's still here. The left shoulder had the right shoulder, so we see a head and shoulders pattern, okay? And so far, it's nobody's right or wrong. It's just right now, it's just letting it play out. And like I said, it doesn't matter what I call it or what you call it. If it's still the same technical target, it's just what you're comfortable trading. If you're comfortable trading the flag like I am, and I'm comfortable trading a head and shoulders pattern, those are my two patterns that I just love to trade. I have a few more, but right now we see a head and shoulders, and right now we see a flag. So, say you missed all this, right? You didn't even get this little trade here. Now you have another opportunity, and that's the flag that I just shown you. this there, okay? So that flag, you have wait for, this is what you'll do. Wait for a breakout, retest, and there goes your technical target, okay? Like I said, I don't know where the retest will be because you'll have to wait for a breakout. Let's try to clean this up over here. Okay, yeah, it's looking real. It's not looking. It's an ugly little pattern on the lower time frames, but it's okay. See how it's more of a descending triangle here, but technically you can say even this here, like, no, I wouldn't call this a breakout just yet, just because they're wicks. But on the, if you were to turn this into a line, you can see that it did break out, retest, and then it's on its way. Okay. Either way, I would still wait for some type of close here and then to get in. But obviously, I'm already in, so it doesn't really matter. If I want to get again, that's what I would do. I would just wait for somewhere around here. Wait for that breakout and then to retest and then enter. But there you go. There you have it for gold. Same plan. The game plan is the same. Nothing has changed really. I'm just showing you this flag pattern there. Like I said, even I see a bull flag at first, but somebody could say this is a pennant. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But moving on. So that's gold, Bitcoin. All right, Bitcoin definitely has taken off. Okay, as you can see, it's right under our first technical target. Okay, remember this is always the first gold here is always our first. Okay, and it's right under. We're not far. Will it reach there? I definitely think so. But I already gave you the two scenarios what might happen. And if you did get in here, I told you there would be a retest. So if you got in here, this would have been, you would be up right now. Okay, you'd be up from here. You would be up from here. You'll be even up from here if you were in this green zone. Okay, see how many opportunities there were just to buy. We had 1, 2, 3. Okay, and I gave you all those. But anyways, like I told you, I'm gonna go over it really quick again. The two scenarios were it reaches here, right? It hits that first technical target, retest because it gets rejected, and then it goes to our all-time high there. All right. Or the second scenario would be that this was just enough momentum here that it just blasts through, okay? And it just goes all the way to our new technical target. Either way, just be prepared. Like I said, if it hits here, right? If it goes here first, I would wait for another, higher low, some type of retest here, and then to blast off. But sometimes we don't get it. Like I say, sometimes it just takes off from there. Because some people fear missing out. They're just like, I gotta get in now before it, But so those are the two scenarios, and I've gave you those in the last videos. So nothing has much changed besides the Bitcoin taking off. All right, and then Ethereum. Nothing much has changed on this chart as well. Besides it taking off, it has did a little bit of retrace here. But if we go down to the lower time frame, remember. Or let me go back to the daily. Remember, these are trends, okay? So this is a trend. And what is a trend? Okay, a trend is it's either making higher highs or lower lows, okay? And it could be on any time frame. We see trends on many time frames. That's why you see these up and down movements. This is why it goes up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Even though it's going up and down, you see these wicks going down and up. This wick coming all the way down and then finally moving up. It's because people are trading on these lower time frames. They're trading on the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 30 minutes, 15, even the 5 minutes. So even though our long-term version here, we see that it's an uptrend. Same as here. Our long-term vision, is long-term, okay? This is why I have these arrows here, because long-term, this is where it possibly might be headed, right? But along the way, people that are day traders that are just trading these smaller time frames, they might see something different. Okay. But let me show you. So a trend for an uptrend has to be making higher highs and higher lows, right? All right, let's keep that. Let's go down to the lower time frame. So as you can see on this chart here, this is our move, right? You see a lot more candles, but the reason why I have these underlined here is because it's still making higher highs. You see that? It's still making higher highs. Still making higher highs. Okay, so this trend is still intact until it's not. Until it's not. But as you can see, that it's still intact. It's still doing well. I can even show you on this trend here, right? This is what I mean when people are trading on a lower time frame. This is what they might see. They might see that, hey, this is still making higher highs. Like, look at this. This hasn't broken structure at all, okay? Here you could say this was, see, this is all about even. So this was just trading sideways flat. And this was not really any highs being made. You say it's trading flat. But this is what they see, right? This is a higher high. This is higher than that. This is higher than that. Higher than that. Higher than that. I mean, you can see it. And then finally, this is higher than that. So then, okay. But then finally, look, if we were to draw a line across here, the last higher low, this is another trend, okay? All of this is another trend. And then this line here, sorry, I know it's just a lot of lines going on, but just focus. This line here, this is called a break of structure. I'm going to show you why. Because say they were going to buy here, right? The person that thought this was an uptrend, right? They're like, oh, here it goes. It's about to make another higher low. But it didn't. Well, actually, it did. Let me take that back. So it did, right? But it failed to make another higher high. So once it did that, once it failed to make another high, it came down and broke. Okay, now you can see, now it made a lower low. Okay, and it came down and broke. So now your next entry would be, here it is, that next higher low right here. And you could have got in for a nice little short. But this is why I'm just showing you this because I want you to see that it is that there's trends within trends. Okay, so you might be understand what you might have. I'm trying to explain like why is the price falling, or why is it in a certain area, or certain things like that, because you might not understand. But if you understand how market structure works, then you understand that there are trends within trends, and this is why it might be falling for a little bit. But you have to look at the overall trend, and that's why it's important to understand which time frame you are trading. Obviously, I'm trading the daily, so my trades are going to take way longer, right? These are days. Remember, this is 1 day, 2 day, 3 days. I can get my ruler and I can show you how many days this was. This was 28 days. This is a whole month just waiting for this to fall, okay? And now it might be, and then let's count here. Let's see how many days this was. This was about what, 47 days, all of this. Okay, so this might take another, another month. I don't think it'll take another 47 days, but who knows? It might. Okay, so that's all I'm saying. There's a trend within a trend, and don't worry, as long as this is holding structure, just like this did. Okay, and just like this did, well, so far it is right now. Okay, so right now, that's what's going on, and I'm just gave you a huge spiel about market structure, but it's important. And as you can see, like that's why I could say this is an uptrend. Why? Because it's still making higher highs, We're waiting for this one, possibly, but also because it hasn't made any higher lows. See, these are the lows. Hasn't made any. It hasn't broken. I just showed you what a broken one is, and I'm going to show you on Ethereum versus Bitcoin as well. I'll give you a very clear picture what broken means. Okay, but moving on to XRP. All right, XRP. Like I said, it just blasted off here. Okay, I mean, it went to $1.20. Nice. Now it's coming back down to fall. I do want to mention. Okay, so right now it looks great, right? Remember I said this is market structure, right? I do want to mention though, there is a possibility that it might hit 96 cents, or it could solidify saying that this is support, right? XRP could say, hey, you know what? This is really good support. We're going to keep it there. I don't think we're going to fall any lower. Or what might happen is this. Let me show you. So over here, we had the same thing. Let me move this black line, that black circle that I made. Okay. So we had a W pattern here, right? Okay. It broke out here, doing good, right? And then all of a sudden, it had like a flash crash all the way down, right? So this is the low. It was about 42 cents. Sorry, you can't really see it, but okay, let's just say 41 cents. And then this low here was about 45. Okay. So you might think that this trade, you know, if you were in this, you're like, wow, my trade is doing well, and then all of a sudden, this crash. Why does this happen? So you might ask, why? Why? Okay, this happens just because of leverage trades. Okay, leverage trading. They want to get some of that money that people traded that are long term trading. You know, and they have their stops. You know, they know where they placed their stops, so they might have placed it here. They're already in profit, or whatever the case might be, or some of them just probably left it, or say break even. You know, and so how do they get that money? They just troop. But guess what? The trend was still intact. Okay, because this was the true higher low here. But nonetheless, that I'm just saying this is a possibility for XRP here. Okay. So you can see it's on its way, and then all of a sudden it might just choop, fall down. Might go down. It might be in this range, but who's to say? You know, history doesn't always repeat itself exactly, but it does rhyme. So if it does rhyme, like I'm saying, it might hit that 96 cents and then blast off. But don't be scared. I just think of that as a beautiful opportunity to get in. Okay? Just a beautiful opportunity to get in, that's all. But honestly, it's looking good. It's holding structure. If we go down to the 1 hour, as you can see, this is the higher low here. So this is structure, okay? This is an uptrend. This is an uptrend right here. All right, making a higher high. That's making a higher low there. This is an uptrend. So it's still doing that. You can see a little bit of a head and shoulders there. Pretty sure the technical target has already been met. So that means the move might be over already. And this might be, it's on its way making so it's just short of it. It's just short of it. Yeah. Did I even do it right? I think, yeah, right there. It's just oh, sorry. Go back. It's just short. Yeah, it's just short of it. But to me, that means the move might be over, and we might not see that flash crash, right? Hey, if it happens, like I said, just think of it as a beautiful opportunity. But if it's holding structure, it's fine, right? It's fine. So back to the daily. That's it. You know, we still might see this $1.63, and then so that's our first target. Then our second, of course, is always the $1.93, and then for our actual long term, I already spoke about this, but it's going to be, let me show you really quick. I'm just gonna get this bar pattern. Where is it? There it is. So matching this up from this W bottom to the top here, and then matching this W bottom right there. Okay. So as you can see, possibly it might be headed to, you know, $3.50. You know, maybe $4 if it has a little blow off top or something. But there you go. There's our long term. And that's it. It's looking good. Honestly, it's looking good. Structure is being held. There's nothing to worry about. Okay, so now we are talking about Ethereum versus Bitcoin. So, you know, I definitely was not trading this. I said that the last video. I already hit my stop loss. And like I said, we wanted to see a close below this red rectangle here, okay? And we exactly got that. We got it right here, right? So we did get in a short, and I'm going to show you why we got into a short, because I told you, we always wait for the candle of the close. The closing of the candle, okay? So I mentioned that this might be a possible head and shoulders pattern. Right now it's playing out, but like I said, if it doesn't play out all the way, that means the move technically might be over, okay? And I'm also looking down here at the stock RSI too, and it may be ready to reverse pretty soon, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But let me show you about this little. So, like I said, head and shoulders. It closed below. That's what we want, because we couldn't say this was it was reversing or it was going to fall to the downside. We couldn't say that just yet, just because it didn't close below. Now that it did, now we can get in for a short, okay? But we couldn't just get in here saying, oh yeah, this is a short now. No, we don't know that. But also, like I said, this is why it's important that it's I mean, I should listen to my own rules, because sometimes you can see I clearly break them sometimes. But right here, remember I said I don't like getting in when price falls below this area, my buying zone. It's not good, okay? It's not good. But nonetheless, let me show you, go down to the lower time frame. So this is why we got into a little short. As you can see, we have multiple candles closing. 1, 2, 3, 4. About 4 candles here. If you don't want to count this one, that's fine. You can say 1, 2, 3. All right. So we had the candles close. We had a retest. Boom. And then we had a bearish engulf. Look at that. Beautiful. You get in for that short. There you go. That was it. Literally the move. That was the move. And it's not hard, you know, technically. Let me get rid of this volume so you can see that for this head and shoulders, this is a technical target down here. About, what is that, 56.8? So about 0.568, that's where the technical target is. Will they reach there? I don't know. I don't know. I just know what happens when a break of structure happens, and that this is a break of structure. A break of structure is when a candle closes underneath the structure here, okay? And it did. And here it is, okay? So candles close underneath. We got in, we wait for that retest. We also had a candle confirmation. All right, perfect. We're in, we're out. Something simple. Okay, so you might ask, what's next? Like I said, I don't know. I don't know. We have to wait till the chart develop. We can't just assume what's going to happen. Sometimes we can, once it has developed enough, then we can make an hypothesis about that. But since it hasn't, my best guess is that it holds this 200 MA, and if it does, then this is an optimal opportunity to get in. Okay, I mean, I'm starting to see some very nice candlestick confirmations for myself. But I would still have to wait. I'm not just gonna rush in and jump in, because technically I do know that it's on its way to a technical target, and I need some type of, like I said, I need some type of candlestick confirmation. I have a couple already. This one looks really good. That means prices got here, and it's people are just buying it up, okay? And then also here, it came down here and it's buying it up, and not only that, it's turning green, but we still also have a lot of time left, so we can't be sure. And then also, if I do get in, it will make, yeah, it will have to be for like some type of, I told you need some type of reversal pattern. You just can't get in these things, right? You can if you're long term or whatever, but trading, no. And also a little bit why I think this might be reversing, I told you, is because of the stock RSI down here. I should have the RSI on here just to check it out, but I don't. So yeah. Yeah, so that's what it is for now. Gold, it's on its way, it's looking good. Bitcoin is on its way, it's looking great. Ethereum as well. So everything is just on its way, okay? Ethereum versus Bitcoin, it may be on its way. This may have been its last stop, right? We don't know. Like I said, wait until something is solid. We have some type of confirmation, and then we get in. So yeah, that's the game plan. And just want to end with this note that remember, the key is to pass the knowledge along. That's it for me, and I'll see you all next time.